Hello lovely people, and welcome back to this channel. Do you have a meal plan for your family? Because a number of guys have been DMing me and asking me to send them a screenshot of our menu plan, which I showed in the video about meal planning. I showed it in a couple of videos. Also, how to reduce your kitchen budget. Really nice videos that you should check. And so today I thought, as I'm in the process of planning a new menu for us and our family for the next 3 months, then that I might include you guys so you can see exactly how I go about it. One of the main reasons why I think it is really important to have a meal plan is because, first of all, it ensures that your family eats a balanced and healthy diet, not just throughout the day, but also throughout the week. And also, it helps to avoid wastage, keeps things interesting so you're not eating the same things over and over again, avoids those weird questions by the house help at 4 p.m. when you're in the office and you're trying to get some work done and she's like, what are we having? You know, and those funny questions that just make you think, okay, no. Do I think about work? Do I think about cooking? So it's, I've talked about all those benefits in the other video, but it's really, really key. And one of the tips that I found to be very helpful for me when I'm meal planning is getting inspiration from the previous menus we have had. You guys, I don't throw away our meal plans and our menu plans. I have them right here. And I have so many, I just don't throw them away because it keeps me inspired. You know, when now I can go back and look and see, oh, on such a date we ate. You guys, I literally have one from 2016. I know you probably can't see this. I'll put a screenshot, but this is what we are having in 2016. You guys, 2016, I still had 3 children. Yeah, well, that was then. So basically, it's really key to get inspiration from the previous meal plans that you've had before. Also, ask people around you. I like asking guys, especially at work, ideas for things to cook and everything. So let me show you how I go about making a new meal plan. And if this is the kind of content that you like, you're all about motherhood and cooking and cleaning and organizing, everything to do with motherhood, saving money, we are big on saving money in this channel. So if this is the kind of content that you like, remember to hit the subscribe button and let's plan these meals. And so I have here my tools of the trade, okay? First of all, let me just sort out my hands because I don't want you guys to see my dry skin on my hands. So basically, I have my book for drawing. Okay, it's literally not mine. This is our firstborn's drawing book. He's really, really into drawing. But I figure he won't mind if we borrow just one leaf. Gosh, I guess I should cover this. Guys, I burnt myself when I was ironing. Some guys might be grossed out by this. Hold that thought. Let me get a band-aid. Speaking of which, do you guys have a first aid kit in your home? This is our makeshift one. By the way, it works really well. If you guys are interested to know what we have in our first aid kit and what I think is important to have in our first aid kit, just let me know. It's so easy to make a first aid kit, especially when you have kids in your house. Because kids are always getting into all manner of things. So yeah, let me know if I could do a video on that one of these fine days. Definitely looks much worse than it feels, but I really hope it holds because it keeps peeling off. Okay, you guys, I tried, all right? So basically, let's get to this meal planning, okay? What I normally do is I have my old meal plans here. As you can see, this is the one we used for October. Oh my gosh, October 2015 to January 2016. Not much has changed, but much has changed. At least I had 3 children back then. This is the one we just finished with, January to March 21. This one is dateless. Gosh, look at those colors. You guys are one of those guys. I used to beautify my notes in class. Guys used to borrow my notes. And this is another one which is dateless. Now, what I like to do is when I'm making our meal plans is I like to also put in the kids' schedule, because our kids are on a schedule. It's really important to have kids on a schedule because it's good. It helps them to know what's coming next. And even when I have a new house help, they're able to tell, okay, the kids eat breakfast from this time to this time, and then they take a nap or they take fruits and everything. So that's why for us it's not just a meal plan, it's also the kids' schedule. I've done a couple of videos on great kids' schedules that have really worked for us. If you're interested, I can link them here. Which one haven't I shown you? This one, yes. Oh, and mine, some of them come with notes. Check this out. Notes. All teeth must be brushed at bedtime, just in case I'm not there, because sometimes I travel for work. And then Mark sleeps for 45 minutes only at lunchtime. When was this? Because I think he was having an issue with sleeping at night, so I was reducing his. Anyway, basically, yeah, notes. Sometimes you need notes, especially when the kids are a lot younger. Nowadays, we don't know so much need the notes. Anywho, let's get on with the meal planning. So now, the first thing that I do is I'm going to write down the meals that we would like to eat, and then I'll just show you how I pair them. All right. So the first thing I will just write down is a rough plan of the meals that we want to eat, okay? And normally I start with the proteins, because the proteins are the ones that are they shape basically what we eat, all right? So, of course, there's beef. Please check out my video on buying meat from the slaughterhouse. It's really fun. So nowadays we buy beef very cheaply, thank God for the slaughterhouse. So then of course we have chicken. A few of you guys have been giving me ideas of where to buy the chicken legs, because I've really been looking for a cheaper place to buy. And one thing I'm going to add that we haven't had in previous menu plans, which we used to eat it on an ad hoc basis, is fish. Because for the longest time we never used to have fish on a regular basis, because I'm always looking. I used to find it so expensive, honestly, but I have finally found a place where we can buy fish on a regular basis at a price that is sustainable for us and our debt-freeing selves. We are following the Dave Ramsey 7 baby steps to financial freedom. I will link that video here if you're interested. So we are really key on reducing our household budget. So, but now I feel I can add fish, okay? And then because we don't just like eating meat, then we will of course have dengu is a staple, you guys. And then beans. Oh my gosh, I love beans. Oh my gosh, I think rice and beans is one of my most favorite meals ever. And then, what do I want? Do I put lentils? Yeah, I think we can put lentils. Lentils, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then our 7th meal is going to be githeri. So we like to eat githeri or roast potatoes. Why I'm putting it like this is because we've been eating roast potatoes every week, but you guys, imagine, I'm such a health nut. I don't feel very comfortable with people eating sausages that much in our house. We really try to reduce processed meat. And normally when we have roast potatoes, of course the kids want to have roast potatoes with sausages. And I don't know, maybe we'll alternate. One week we eat githeri, then next week we eat roast potatoes and sausages. As in, you guys, we have sausages once a week, and I still feel like it's too much, because you guys know how how many horrible things are in sausages, as much as we love them so much. So we're trying to eat healthy. We're basically trying to eat healthy. So this is a rough plan, but I want to look at some of the old menu plans we had before and see. Normally we just focus on dinner. This is what we would have for dinner, because basically lunch is we eat leftovers of yesterday's dinner. Okay, so here we're having ugali with chicken, always a really nice combination. Spaghetti with kamande would be lentils, chapati and beef stew, dengu with matoke, pilau or white rice with beef stew. That's the second beef stew of the week. And then we would have fries. And by fries, I meant roast potatoes. I've never, ever cooked fries in my house. Nothing wrong with that, but we've never done that. And mashed sweet potatoes with beans or githeri. All right, let's see this other one. My issue with matoke is that I can't buy the matoke to last me even 2 weeks. And you guys know I like doing my vegetable shopping in Marikiti. So I feel like if I buy matoke, it's just going to last me 1 week and then that's it. Oh, and as you guys can see, we almost rarely ever have a day for eating out. We eat out, I guess, once every 3 months, because we are trying to get out of debt and to live below our means. So yeah, and then you see, no, in that video I was talking about reducing your food budget. I was talking about making the most of your leftovers. So you see, on Saturday and Sunday night, on this menu, I don't know when this was, we would be having leftovers for dinner. Okay, now let's see what we are going to pair it with. So since we're having ugali and beef, I feel like I might want to change this up a little bit and let's say we'll have beef with chapati. Like, who doesn't love that combination? And then, because I want to have fish with ugali, I mean, you guys, is there any other way to have fish apart from with ugali? Like, how now? And then the chicken, it's been so long since we had chicken with mashed potatoes. Potatoes, my beavers. Yes, chicken with mashed potatoes is such a cool product. We have never had this combination, by the way, guys, ever. I think the kids will love that. And then, since we've been having rice and beans, let me show you guys, we were having rice and beans here. So I feel like I want to change that this time. And let's do dengu with rice. Okay, dengu with rice. Okay, so then we can have beans. Let the beans go with spaghetti. Let's just call it pasta, because I don't know what kind of pasta we will have. All right, so I feel like I'm running out of carbohydrates, you guys. What other carbohydrates do people have in their homes apart from waru? Ugali, chapo, spaghetti, rice, matoke. Oh no, I'm not a fan of matoke. How about we have lentils with mashed sweet potatoes? Boom, look at that. Oh yeah, and then githeri will just stand alone on its own, or roast potatoes with sausage. Okay, all right. And then we can decide which day. I'll decide on which day later. Every meal comes with greens. That's a given. So that one, there's nothing much to do there. So I feel like I want to start drawing my meal plan. So you get a nice white sheet like this. Let me zoom out so you guys can see everything. Oh. All right, so I have my paper here, And my ruler, by the way, I specifically bought this ruler for you, y'all people. Because normally I wouldn't even lie, you guys. Well, Connie, I'm pretending for who? Normally, this is what I would do. If you feel me, give me a thumbs up. So I would use a book like this, and then I'll just come here and do it in this very ad hoc manner. But I'm trying to, you know, live up to your expectations, my good people. So I went and bought me a ruler. Yes, as much as we are homeschoolers, our kids haven't reached the age of using such big rulers. They normally have the tiny ones. I digress. So now, let me just populate this one. Then I'll show you guys what's up. So basically I have here my 7 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then this will be for the timing. And then there's also something else that I need to map out, which is the kids' timetable. I just need to know how to go about dividing the day. So I write on a rough paper somewhere. So kids wake up at 7. So breakfast will be at 7:30. So one thing I've noticed about our kids, especially in the afternoon, is they would have fruits and then a bit later they would have yogurt. But I've come to realize sometimes they're not able to eat their dinner because they eat the fruits and then the yogurt, and then 2 hours later they have dinner. So what I'm thinking to do is we'll alternate. One day we have fruits and the next day we have yogurt, but always in the morning they have fruits. We make our own yogurt, so if you're interested, I'm going to link a video right here. But basically it's really good to give kids, I think, especially the older they become. You see, when they're younger, they can eat a bit more often because they eat very small portions. But as they're getting older, their quantity of eating is increasing. So it's better to give them a chunk of time before they have dinner, where they're not eating anything. Okay, doke. So now I'll go with green for days of the week. Okie dokie. Now I haven't yet worked on breakfast because I feel like normally once I get dinner mapped in, then breakfast will breakfast will figure itself out in there somewhere. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so I feel like we always start the week with a meat. This time I want to change it up. Let's start it with a vegetarian dish. Let's start with lentils. Okay. So we'll do vegetables. So vegetables will basically just be cabbage, spinach, kales. Someone was asking me why we don't cook the traditional vegetables. It's basically because 1, we don't like them. 2, I don't know how to cook them, which is because we don't like them. So I will basically rotate between cabbage, spinach, and kales. And if we're feeling fancy, we will do a salad. And then, yeah, that's it, man. It is what it is. So what I like to do when it comes to breakfast is I want to check the days that we are having a vegetarian meal will be the day we'll have an animal protein for breakfast. And by animal protein, I basically mean eggs. Just eggs, guys. Nothing more, nothing less, nothing else. So let me jot down what our breakfast options are. I'll hold my book upside down because it's my book. I can do with it what I want. So one day we will have tea with scones. Let me refer. Weetabix is a staple. Weetabix. Uji. We'll have porridge. And then we'll have pancakes. And we also love oatmeal. So it's basically, guys, we just rotate here. This is where we rotate. If I am feeling very ambitious, do I want to give myself permission to feel ambitious to make mandazi? Me and my busy schedule. Mandazi, deep frying. Oh my gosh, deep fried stuff.
So you guys, I'm making mandazis. It's Sunday evening, and what I've done in this new menu is I've put a day for mandazis. I decided I'll be batching them on Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon, so that we're not making mandazis in the morning.
There we go. Breakfast done. All right. So for lunch, it's basically leftovers. And I am done. I am done here. So this will go on the fridge for easy reference to all who are concerned. Okay, guys, I'm done. Look at that. Okay, I know you really can't read it, but all that matters is that my life is planned. More planned than before, and I'm really excited about this because at least now we'll have something to refer to. And one of the things that I'm really excited about is this column down here that has our family activities. Yeah, so it will be easy for me and the kids to refer to and to know exactly what we're going to do after dinner as a family. So yeah, not just a meal plan, it's basically a family plan. This is and if you have found this video helpful, remember to give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. We love it when our family grows here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.